3 years and a lifetime-long obsession has finally gotten me to this point. Welcome to Skyline Scales. Come join me for a reptile tour. Alrighty guys, we'll start off with Kita. I've had her for almost 2 years now. I picked her up right as I was just getting ready to start this adventure, hoping to just add 2 more snakes to the collection, but after I picked them up, I started calling them rescues. When I got Kita, she was dehydrated, she was a little bit thin, and she had a layer or 2 of stuck shed, which it wasn't severe, but I wasn't very happy with, especially with the state of her brother. Now, Kita is a spider ball python, and she is a little sweetheart. She's actually really good at being held. She's calm. She's a perfect show snake because, I mean, look at this. Have you ever seen a snake that's so unhead shy? Since we're talking about Kita here, I thought we'd talk about Milo. Now, I got Kita and Milo together. Milo is a pied ball python, and you're probably thinking, he's pretty small for you to have had him 2 years. Well, he's not just 2 years old, he is 5 years old. Now, he's 5 years old and this small because he has a small overbite underneath his chin. And because of that, he didn't eat well, and his previous owners just didn't take the time to feed him. But it took me over 1.5 years of assist feeding Milo for him to finally eat on his own, which he is currently doing now, and to see the change that he has made is amazing. He's almost doubled in size, and his personality has completely changed. Usually he's out and he's exploring, which is weird for a ball python. I mean, he's not a pet rock like Kita. He explores, he's active, he's fun to watch. And Milo is just super fun, and he's a great way to help people realize why it's so important to feed your pets and take care of them right. I mean, look at this. 5-year-old snake, also 5-year-old snake. The only difference is how they were taken care of. As next up, we have Miss Ida. Now, Ida is my BCI boa constrictor, and I absolutely love her because I am a sucker for wild types. And she actually is het snow, but she doesn't show either the albino or the anery. She's just a common wild type appearance, but nonetheless beautiful and very entertaining to handle because she's always moving, always active. It can be a little tricky at times because she is very food motivated. However, all it takes is a quick tap with the hook and she knows there's no food, and you can handle her like this with very, very little stress. One of my favorites about Ida's pattern is her belly right here. I've tried to show it to you guys a couple of times, but look at all these black and pink speckles that just weave together, and they just look gorgeous. Ida is probably one of my second favorite snakes that I have ever owned. That's just under iridescent, my old Brazilian rainbow boa. And Ida is just a joy to handle. She's one I definitely recommend for you guys to meet because she's so much fun, she's so active, and her strength is far more than most people imagine. Alrighty, next on our list is right here. This is Miko. Now, Miko is a BCI boa constrictor. He is a hypocyclone motley, and I don't know about you guys, but I think those 3 patterns play together very well. Now, Miko's pretty thin. He wasn't taken the best care of by his breeder, but I still think he's a gorgeous snake, and I can't wait to get him back up to weight, and maybe next year, if everything goes right, we can breed him to Ida here. Alrighty, next is Jalon Ranger, our eastern collared lizard. And he is by far one of my favorite pet reptiles I've kept in a long while, just because of how active he is and how splendid those colors look. A lot of people can't believe when they see him that not only does a lizard like this exist, but that it comes from our own deserts right here in Utah. Now, Jalon is a lot of fun to keep because of how active he is, but that also makes him a little bit more difficult to keep. This enclosure is all for Jalon. Just because he's such a smart lizard, he requires so much space to move around, and he's got to have enrichment. We've got 2 of some of the newest animals in our collection. This is Golden Nugget. They are 2 wandering garter snakes that are a mountain locality, and they are absolutely beautiful. Now, they're really young. Garter snakes are super fun to have and to handle. They're active, they're entertaining. I love that they're diurnal so that we can watch them play around in these vines all day. forget about Bluebell here. Now, Bluebell is a coastal rosy boa, and she is the newest member of our team. She just barely finished her 2-week quarantine yesterday, and we can't wait to get her set up in the new reptile room, start getting her tamed down, because like all little snakes, she's a little bitey, and it'll take a little practice to get her used to us. Huh, Bluebell? Bluebell is also het for albino. So once she grows up and we can get her a boyfriend, she could have some bright pink babies, which, who doesn't love pink? Alrighty, our final stop is the rodents. Now we have over 100 different rodents in our care. African soft fur rats, Dumbo rats, standard rats, and mice, and their main purpose is to feed our reptiles. However, many of them are very tame, like Lisa and Pepper here, who they're completely comfortable with people. They love to sit in my hands, they love to get treats from me, and they're just so much fun to bring and to let people hold, because people don't realize not only how cute they are, but also how intelligent they are and how much they really have to offer. Is they love to tickle me. Please get down, Pepper. Now, Ida is a BCI boa constrictor, just like my Miko. 3 years and a lifetime long obsession